Hello, my dear Capricorn. This is your love and spirituality reading for the mid-month of June 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I read for the signs in order of most liked video, so don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for your sign. And Capricorn, you did so great. I'm so grateful for all the love that you are showing to me. I'm really appreciating it. So I put astrological information for the month of June in a video of its own that you can check out in my playlist Q&A. You can also find it at my webpage www.queenofcupstarot.se. The reading can go both ways. The message is for the people who watch it. So if you cross-watch for another sign and recognize yourself as the main person in the reading, just trust your own intuition and you will get the message you need. For this reading, I used Osho Zen Tarot by Deva Padma. I've been using it since 1995, and many of you have asked how I have learned to read tarot in the way I do. This deck has been my main source of inspiration, together with Crowley's Tot Tarot. It is working with the wisdom of Zen and can be used together with cards with Zen stories to get an even deeper knowledge of your situation. I will make a shorter 5-card spread to make it more digestible for you. And now I will start shuffling your cards. So when I open the deck here, I see 7 Politics, which was the same card that came for Cancer. And we have the Outsider, but it comes in reversed. So I'm thinking that we have kind of the same storyline as we did for Cancer, that many of you have not you have not believed that you are loved for the person that you are. And so you think you look like this. You think that you are a person that's not worth loving. So you need to put up like a face that might be worth loving. But here we see the outsider in the reverse. So it means the outsider is coming in. It means that the person that you truly are behind the false face there and the false face here, because neither of them are true. The true you is a beautiful spiritual being that just doesn't trust him or herself fully. Okay, so this little child here, your natural self, is on its way back from wherever place you have put it in, like your natural self, your true self, the person that you are behind all the masks. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light. And here we have the burden with the outsider. So you have tried to live up to other people's standards and expectations. You have tried to be a person of high moral, following codes and rules, and like being like a really good trooper. But it didn't make you to anything else than a slave. This is you with the burden, like this is how it should be, this is what you should do, you should be like this and this and this and this, and then also the pride, if we can perform, if we can live up to people's expectations, if we can show up a really good face or a really good facade, we can also be proud, and it's like the ego. So we are not really being proud of the person that we truly are, this one that's left out in the cold, but the person that we can present to others so they may like us. And everything of this is false. Everything of this is built on you not loving your true self. And here we see that's the result of this. And this is you feeling unworthy, unloved, not respected. You feel used and abused and all these other things. So I'm thinking it's time for Capricorn to really step into your own power, being the powerful being that you are underneath all the masks and the facades. Okay, so I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have guidance. So the divine is here to guide you out of this situation. 3 of Pentacles is like a healing situation where you and the divine and maybe another third party is working together to heal this situation. So it can be that you are working very hard together with a family member, a friend, a love partner. It can also be that you haven't been working very well together before, but now it's going to head off because you are starting to understand what it is that needs. You need to be your true self. You can't try to be something that you're not. and that's a very healing realization. And then finally the divine can guide you, because before, when you didn't listen to your deep intuition and your deep instincts and to who you really were, you were created like this. It was not a chance. It was not by mistake. You were supposed to be this person. You don't have to change. You just have to become yourself. You need to listen to yourself fully, through and through. You don't have to be something else. You need to be yourself, so that the divine can connect with you again and guide you through this phase here. I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Capricorn viewers. So I want my dear Capricorns to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so it comes like energy through me when it's ready, so I need to feel it in. Feel if it was it, or it's not that strong. It's just like a tingling. So that's why I paused a little bit. And now I will tune in to you, Capricorn, and your reading for a few seconds. Okay, so my dear Capricorn, I will just divide this deck here, and this is your reading. So I will do this shorter 5-card spread, and this is you now. And this is you in the past. This is you in the future. This is the situation or the person that you have been dealing with, and the future for that. And this is, no, the past, sorry. And this is the future for that situation or person or persons, okay? So I'm moving this deck a little bit. And this is you. So here we have aloneness. It's the Hermit. We also, Cancer got a little bit of this. They got 9 of Pentacles, which is connected to 9, the Hermit. It's about self-love. It's about finding yourself. And it seems like Capricorn, you are on the way to find yourself. You haven't really landed just yet. You are still on this journey deeper and deeper into yourself. When we part ourselves a little bit from other people and from the world and the fuss and the noises, we can feel our inside, and we can stay with our inside, our pain, and we can start to digest it. When we start to feel our inside, we will get a lot of insights, okay, in who we are, what we want, what we like, what we don't like, what situation we want, what situation we don't want. So we really get to know ourselves. And so this is talking about separating yourself from the worldly fuss to find yourself. You don't have to go on a retreat, even though this might be what's being shown here. It just you taking some time off, being more in a meditative state, being more out in nature. Always have like an eye inside of yourself, feeling your inside when you're talking with people, feeling your inside while you're working, feeling your inside when you're doing your daily chores, always keeping like an antenna what's going on the inside. People that has been hermits for a very long time, sitting in caves and meditating, they have started to see inner light inside of themselves. When they close their eyes, it's not dark anymore, it's light inside of there. And this is where you are heading, Capricorn, to get fully illuminated. But to do so, you need to be able to disconnect a little bit from the situations and the fuss around you, okay? And this is the past, your past, and we have exhaustion here, and it's number 9. It's 9 of Wands, so it's part of the masculine 9s. So it's like the hero's road, walking alone, bleeding alone, doing something heroic, like pushing your body to the limits and doing things to prove yourself to yourself. But the only thing that this have done to you when you have tried to prove yourself and be strong and not ask for help is that it has exhausting you. And with the 9 of Wands, it's like you have come to a certain limit now. You can't continue. It's like you have become numb. You have become... you are not so sensitive to other people's like how they act and behave anymore. So this is actually a healing routine, because when you have worked so hard and done everything you can until you get numb, that is when you kind of stop caring, and the divine can start to guide you, because when you are so fed up and you don't really care anymore for what's happening, that's when they find you, because then you are in a receptive state where you can actually give yourself up and give all your all these things that you have been working so hard for and that were so important for you. You can put them down and follow the divine guidance instead. So you have been working hard to be a good person. You have been working hard to achieve, to accomplish, to be a great participant in life, to not be a burden to other people. But what you have become is a burden to yourself. And this is what you are going to be healed from now, in this situation where you are withdrawing from all these things that was kind of distracting you from who you really are. And this is your future, and it's another 9. You have 9 exhaustion, 9 of Wands, 9 the Hermit. This is 18 past lives, and it's 1 plus 8 is 9. So this is showing you deep diving into the past, deep diving into your pain, into your traumas, into your past, everything that has been there. It's a beautiful, beautiful treasures here. Treasure, you have lived many, many lifetimes, achieved a lot of knowledge, a lot of talents that you have developed, but just because you have been traumatized, you have kind of thrown out the baby with the bathwater. So a lot of you is stored in the basement, in the memory shaft, like in the hard drive that hasn't been touched for eons, and you need to go down there. So okay, they might be full of junk, a lot of pain and trauma and hazards, but when you stay with your pain, when you let it come to you and you stay with it like you were like a doctor for this pain, you just stay with it and give it all your attention, it will start to heal. And when you start to heal like this, you will also start to digest what you have been through, and this beautiful experience from these past lives and this past situation will be able to come to you. So before, they were blocked with you not being able to touch the pain, but when you start to touch the pain, you open the door to all these experiences. So you will be a much more whole person, a much more wise person, full of knowledge. You might rediscover some of your old talents and other things that you have stored down here. So it's not a sad journey. It's not a bad thing. What's happening now is here to heal you. And we can feel when we die in a past life, if we die in a very traumatic way, we can't digest it then and there. If we just get like really badly wounded and we spend 6 months in a sick bed, then we have time to digest what we have been through. The rest of our lives, we will have time to digest what we've been through, and maybe we will die then comfortably in old age in our sleep. But when we die abruptly, or as like violently in a war, or for someone else's hand, or in a horrible accident or something, we have no time to digest it. So next life, when next life comes, we will still have this pain, and we need to digest it, but to also get the key to the knowledge from this life that we lived. So it is a necessity that you stay with your pain and don't run away from it. It's like an alarm signal here inside of you that needs to get your attention. Okay. So that's for you, and this is the situation that you're in, or the person that you're dealing with in their past, and this is a maturity. So maturity is it's a chance, it's a second chance. It's usually the card that comes after death. When we have died, there's something new coming, something new and beautiful. We should never be afraid of letting go of things, person, people, situation, not in a way like I hate you, I let you go, but if that person doesn't want to be with you, or a job is not longer fulfilling you, just let it go. That leaving room for this beautiful new energy that wants to come into your life. It's a windfall of prosperity that wants to come into your life. It's a second chance, and it's a multiple chance, but you need to take it. It's just an embryo. It hasn't been fully developed yet. It says maturity, this card, because it's like a mature egg. You just need to fertilize it, and it will be like ready to go. What you are dreaming of in your wildest dream can happen if you just take the chance. And how you take the chance is by facing whatever is here that you have been so afraid of. When you stay with it, when you face it, the truth, okay, you will be able to take this chance. Because, for example, it can be a person here, maybe you are this person that you are in love with someone, but because of maybe you have been proud and you have tried to keep like a very tough facade, and you didn't want to show this person vulnerability, and therefore there was no chance between the two of you. That could be one thing. So now when you realize the truth and you accept, oh, I love this person, it doesn't matter with my ego or my pride, it's nothing I can take with me when I die, it's just false facade, then you can take this this gift. And it's also the gifts of your talents and of your experience that you have been through, the maturity level that you have reached to by all these lives that you have been living, on all these challenges that you have been through. So take the badge of honor, take the reward for what you have been through. Don't stay in the traumatic state forever just because you can't digest your pain. Go and digest it. Okay, and here you have the future, and it's an adventure, and this is the true you. This is the little child we saw locked away in the Five of Pentacles card, and this is like the reason to why you came, your mission, and this is you going on said mission. Some of you might be dealing with another earth sign, but I'm thinking this is you. You are going, as soon as you let go of the old here, all the things that you thought that you needed to do but wasn't in line with your natural self, this new adventure will await you. It's a total new life where you don't have to work your little behind to death, and you don't have to prove yourself to anyone or even to yourself. You can just be yourself. Okay, so I'll read the center card for you. Aloneness, the Hermit. So when there is no significant other in our lives, we can either be lonely or enjoy the freedom that solitude brings. When we find no support among others for our deeply felt truth, we can either feel isolated and bitter or celebrate the fact that our vision is strong enough even to survive the powerful human need for the approval of family, friends, and colleagues. If you are facing such a situation now, be aware of how you are choosing to view your aloneness and take responsibility for the choice you have made. The humble figure in this card glows with the light that emanates from within. One of Gautam Buddha's most significant contribution to the inner life of humankind was to insist to his disciples, be a light unto yourself. Ultimately, each of us must develop within ourselves the capacity to make our way through the darkness without any companions, maps, or guides. When you are alone, you are not alone, you are simply lonely, and there is a tremendous difference between loneliness and aloneness. When you are lonely, you are thinking of the other, you are missing the other. Loneliness is a negative state. You are feeling that it would have been better if the other was there, your friend, your wife, your mother, your beloved, your husband, it would it would have been good if the other was there, but the other is not. Loneliness is the absence of the other. Aloneness is the presence of oneself. Aloneness is very positive. It is a presence, an overflowing presence. You are so full of presence that you can fill the whole universe with your presence, and there is no need for anybody. So I'm thinking, Capricorn, you are on the adventure to rediscover yourself, and you need alone time to do that. What you need to do is to stay with your eye, the eye that watches through the eyes, the eye that feels the feelings, the eye that thinks the thoughts, the eye that talks to other people, the eye that have dreams, that have longings. Stay with that person. That's you, okay? That's your soul. You are not your achievements. You are not your feelings. You are not your thoughts. You are that I. The only thing that's real, that's proven to be real in this world, is that we have a consciousness. We are awake. We don't know what we are awakened to. We don't know anything about this life for real. The only thing we can know for sure is that you have a consciousness. You are awake. You are your I. So it seems like you are supposed to focus on that, and by that finding yourself, your beautiful soul self, exactly as you were supposed to be in this life. Okay, so I'll also take a Sacred Rebel Oracle card for you from Alana Fairchild. She's a very connected spiritual guide for us all. So, collaborative dreaming. This is connection with the past life card here. Past lives is also the collective. You are diving deep into subconscious, the Akashic chronicles of our common knowledge, like everything that we have learned while living here on earth. It's collected. I'm thinking it's, from my point of view, it is saved in the magnetic field of the earth. That sometimes leads to, when the magnetic field shifts, that people lose their memory, and we don't remember anymore our great civilization and things. But when Earth restores its magnetic field, we slowly restore our memory. Or when we get back to a certain place where we have been in space or in time before, the memory will come back to us, and we will remember who we are. And I'm thinking this is where you are now, about to remember who you really are. Your heart is big enough to dream not only for yourself, but for a new humanity. Imagine a world that is healed with respect, understanding, and with community that fosters life. Even your dreams that relate to you alone will contribute positively to the greater good, because that is the nature of your heart. Your heart naturally and intelligently cooperates in a grand scheme of loving creativity, working to heal the hearts of the world. The heart creates win-win situations that benefit the individual and the collective. So when you heal yourself, when you're going down on this journey, bravely facing your pain, you're not just doing it for you and for not have to feel pain anymore. You are doing it like a hero, making a path for others to follow. So when you heal your pain, you heal the pain of your ancestors. You also heal the pain of the people coming after you, and you heal the pain of your friends, your lovers, your co-workers, your partners, clients, everything, because it spreads like rings on water. Okay, you are being asked to honor your growing desire to co-create with conscious, like-minded people. So that is also with aloneness. You withdraw from the people that doesn't work with you anymore. You separate from other people like oil and water. And you're going to find, if you're oil, you're going to find the oily people. And if you're water, you're going to find the watery people. Your collaborative dreaming is a heart-inspired win-win, bringing mutual enhancement to yourself and others. The heart wants to love and be loved. Working with others creatively is a way to allow the heart to grow. It is a chance for you to learn how to honor yourself and others and to find ways to live and let live, simply by growing and strengthening your active trust in your heart's guidance. So when you heal yourself here and get connection with yourself again, you will connect with the divine and with your heart's guidance, and then you will be able to be like of use to the world and to other people around you, and you will be your true self, and therefore you will be loved for the person you are, not for the mask that you can show off. You're asked to bear the rough patches that can happen when you work creatively with others. Ideas might clash and there can be friction, particularly if you have different ways of working. Sometimes big dreams need more fire to ignite them into reality. More fire might require more friction along the creative path. It is not meant to be a permanent condition, just an aspect of the creative process from which you can learn something useful if you wish. Your guidance is to embrace any experience of friction or tension within yourself or as you work with another with compassion, detachment, and tolerance. So this is what I want you to have for yourself now, when you're getting to know yourself, to be this empathic towards yourself. When you are this empathic to yourself, you will also learn to be this empathic towards others. There's no struggle anymore. It's just you going with your inner light to find yourself, so you can share it and collaborate with others, like-minded people, to create the new humanity. Okay, so it's very, very beautiful message. Okay, my dear Capricorn, I hope this helped. I want you to take really, really good care, and I welcome you back to my July reading that I will perform in the mid of June. Okay, bye bye.